All right, so this week we're moving on to Chapter 4, the overview of USGBC and LEED. And so you may recall that the USGBC stands for the U.S. or United States Green Building Council, and here's their website. So I searched for Maine in the organizations list to see what kind of companies are involved in the state of Maine. There's Wright Ryan, we have graduates there. Some civil grads at Oak Point, Sparhawk maybe, IDEX, some owners, architects. There's Jimbro, some more architects, so that gives you an idea of what type of organizations are involved in LEED and the U.S. Green Building Council. So there are also regional organizations. Let's see what we can find in there. And we've got the New Hampshire chapter, Alabama, Arizona. Not sure why New Hampshire is at the top of the list, but we'll click on that just to see what comes up. Just a little bit about them, not too much, but there's regional members, there's organizational members, and there's actually individuals as well. So let's talk a little bit about the LEED rating system. Now, LEED stands for, as you recall, Leadership in Environmental and Energy Design. Been around for, 20, 30 years. And is one of the leading systems in the world. There's probably like 30 different rating systems actually, but this is the most prominent one in the United States. And really it's all about people and better buildings, right? We talked about people, planet, profit last week. In the end, it's all about us, the people that occupy these things, and human health. So there's a bunch of different LEED certifications. We talk mostly in this class about building, design, and construction, because that's new construction. It's kind of the easiest one to start with, but keep in mind that there's interior design and construction, particularly if you're doing like interior fit outs. Think about a large commercial space that then is rented to multiple tenants. So this could be a tenant doing interior design. Moving on in the life cycle of a building, we can go to operations and maintenance. Going bigger, you can do a whole neighborhood as a LEED project. Homes, so getting into single family homes, but also multi-story stuff like we see going up in Portland and Boston an awful lot. And a couple more new ones that don't appear anywhere in the book or the stuff that we've been talking about. Cities and communities and recertification and LEED Zero. So it's all growing, and it's based on a point system. And we'll look at some of the scorecards this week in the learning exercise. But essentially, the certification programs usually top out at 110 points, and you earn points kind of for doing different things during design and construction phase, and operations and maintenance if you're moving into one of those styles. But basically you got to get at least 40 points to be a certified project, 50 for silver, and we've got probably 5 or 6 different silver projects around campus you could look at, 60 for gold and 80 for platinum. A project that I recently worked on at Colby College in Waterville was going for platinum, their new recreation complex or athletic complex. So here's a checklist for building, design, and construction, the new construction major renovation one. And you can see there's these different categories: location and transportation, sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere. And moving over to the right-hand column, materials and resources, indoor environmental quality, innovation, and regional priority. And each have different points associated with them. Some prerequisites. If you're going to get any credits in a particular category, you have to satisfy the prerequisites. You can also see in this spreadsheet that we've got several different types: retail, schools, core and shell. And so there's in total, I think, 21 different certification checklists or programs. Maybe more now that we just saw a couple more on the site. So one of the questions that comes up pretty regularly is, what if you have a mixed-use building? Let's say you've got an 8-story mid-rise building, or maybe that's a high-rise, with two levels of retail on the bottom and then apartments all the way up. Well, when we get to something like that, a situation like that, we use the 60-40 rule. So basically, if it's intent, building design and construction, for example, this top bar is 60% and 40% homes, then it would be building design and construction. If it's basically 50-50, it could go either way. And if homes, if you have like 2 floors of retail and then 6 floors of homes, well, that's obviously more homes, so that would be a mid-rise homes categorization. So in addition to certifying building projects, people can also learn a credential as a LEED professional, and there's a couple of different levels. In this course, I'd recommend by the end of the semester that you can take the LEED Green Associate exam and get that certification. Great resume builder, shows that you know something about sustainable building, and the LEED program, which again is quite popular. As we saw last week, a lot of projects that are being LEED certified. So this is it, the LEED Green Associate. It's just general knowledge about green building practices and how to support others working on LEED projects. The exams this semester will model this, and so I'd like to think that everybody in this class could spend the $100 and be certified as we finish it. Then after having passed the LEED Green Associate exam, you can move on to the Accredited Professional, and that's more specialized in a particular market segment. But that's typically the way graduates go, is you end up working your way into a particular market segment, and it makes sense to do that kind of stuff. So we'll click on this and we can go through the handful of different LEED accredited professional credentials. Early on in the 2000s, everybody got the LEED AP. So you see a lot of older folks with APs that didn't go through this process, since the Green Associate exam didn't come into being until maybe 5-6 years ago. So here's the specialty ones. So they're basically following the building certification programs: BDC, operations and maintenance, interiors, neighborhood, and homes. So there you have it.